seen,
It's
there's
50-50.
actually, quite a bit of the problem coming from the male. So we actually encourage that the couple come in and, be assessed by us, have a proper assessment so you know what the problem is. You don't point a finger at the woman, you don't point a finger at supernatural forces, etc. So a lot of it has to do with education and awareness. And we also try to do that at the Bridge Clinic.
You've been around for like 16 years.
Absolutely, and we are very proud of that. We have till date, I think, done about 1,906 live births. The mathematics is about 3,
so
one every 3 days.
1,600
1,906
bridge babies running around.
Absolutely, putting smiles on faces.
Okay, the question is, how have you been able to maintain your standards?
Yes, that's a very good question. As you know, in Nigeria,
In the face of the cultural
yes,
biases?
even apart from that, the healthcare space in Nigeria is not regulated. And as such, you have a lot of non-professionals dabbling into the IVF space. And at the Bridge Clinic, that was identified at a very early stage by our MD. And he then sought to, if there's no standards, doesn't mean we shouldn't have a standard. And we first of all started with King's College, and then along the line we partnered with IVF Professor Zek, who is a very, very big player in the European market. So all our patients are, reviewed with them. And
King's College, London?
in London, yes, absolutely. And then after that, we partnered with IVF Professor Zek. So he comes around every quarter, and we also send our own staff there on training just to ensure that, we benchmark ourselves against, European quality, world standards. You don't have to travel to get the quality treatment that you need. You can actually have it here in Nigeria.
But King's College resonates more with Nigerians because of our colonial overhang. Why did you decide to switch, Dr. Abiara?
Well, yes, initially when the clinic started, because that's where Dr. Jai trained, so it's only natural to, yes. So, but when it comes to regulation in IVF, the European standard was more, and they have the leading pregnancy rates in Europe. So that was mainly because Nigeria, you want results. And so if they're getting it right, we really want to know what they are doing right, and let's do exactly how they're doing it.
Indeed.
Professor
So,
Zek,
go ahead.
Professor Zek, from what you've seen, besides what you talked about there, what you've seen, how do you think the IVF, apparently for lack of a better word, IVF tradition is taking hold in Nigeria? How do you see it?
Well, I'm very impressed on the work they are doing. And you can talk about standards, but you have to enforce them, you have to implement them, and you have to see the willingness of all the team. And that's what we found. We have a strong name, not only in Europe, worldwide. We're one of the leading facilities in IVF. We're there since the very beginning, very early stages. The first ISO standards on IVF was in our clinics. And now you have to have these standards all across Europe, otherwise you cannot open a clinic. So we are always ahead of time, and then you see that the regulations will copy what we implemented already. And we are just thinking not of what is needed, but what is out there which you have to implement to get a safe environment for the patients. You treat patients, and quality is first, on the safety and the results. And we cannot compromise on quality, on safety. And we found these strong partners in Nigeria. You wonder how, but it's a strong partnership, and the Bridge Clinic with also the leaders and Dr. Ajay, who started it, the founder, he's not compromising on quality. And that's what we want to see, because we would lose our reputation if we do the wrong partnership.
But let's look at the costs in Europe and the cost here. How would you say it is?
Well, again, as I say, standards and quality and implementing quality, it comes with its price. But so let's say this partnership, teaching them, bringing in all our equipment, the best technologies, trying to maintain these technologies, try to really move the field forward. It's not without cost, but we are here to treat the patient safely and effectively. And compared to other treatments you do, for example, you take out the appendix, it costs a lot of money, and you're happy you have it out. Here, we establish a pregnancy and you will have it your lifetime. You'll be happy mother and father. I think that's the best you can give to the patients.
Well, how would you say the costs have been?
So far.
Affordability, and how are people buying into that?
Well, we know that there's no price you can place on a child. So a lot of times, even though people might have to plan for it, but when they get results, then it's all worth it. It's just like you get a house in Ikoyi or somewhere you want to buy. You're ready to, if you're sure you're going to get it, although we're not God and it's not 100% yet, but if you're assured of quality and safety and good results, most of the time people are able to plan for it.
Yeah, what's the result rate like?
Well, depends. It's also dependent on the age group. All right, because the younger a woman is, the better the chances.
Yeah.
Yes. In gold standard patients, young less than 35, no 5, maybe just male factor infertility, you have success rates between 30 to 60% in Nigeria. But they have higher pregnancy rates, and we're still struggling, doing our best, yes, to make sure we get there.
Okay. What can go wrong? You get a healthy egg, you get a healthy sperm. Bingo, baby.
Yes. Well, even though you have IVF and everything appears to be simple when you define it, just to get the egg mixed with the sperm. But even there's still an X factor. Sometimes you have a woman who seems to be good age, well assessed, and you stimulate her and you get there's no egg. You understand? So that can go wrong. Then sometimes the man's sperms are so bad, you've tried to improve it, and then you inject it, there's no fertilization. Sometimes you have a good healthy embryo, a healthy uterus, and you transfer it, no problems, and there's no pregnancy. So I think there's still that God factor that is there. But as much as possible, the things you can correct, the things you can treat, we do all that before we even go into the process at all.
So at the end of it all, you're still saying you're not God?
Oh,
absolutely. We're not God.
When we get a pregnancy, all glory goes to God, because I'm not God. Okay. What makes the difference between Mrs. A and Mrs. B is the God factor.
Dr. Mogbe,
yes.
I'm kind of like stuck in that cost area. But I was going to double barrel question: what differentiates your IVF facility from the other? And then, do you assist your patients with the financial aspects of this?
Yes, I'll take the first question. What differentiates the Bridge Clinic? We have 4 key differentiators. One is our experience. We've been at this for 16 years. We're actually quite good at it. We have our collaboration.
Even if you say so yourself.
Even if I do say so myself.
Yes.
We have our collaboration with IVF Professor Zek, who are at the cutting edge of, ART technology. Okay. We also have our pregnancy rates, which, like Dr. Abiara has said, in gold standard patients, which are patients below the age of 34, we are hitting about 47% in that. And we have our ISO certification. We are currently the only IVF clinic that is ISO certified. So that takes care of our differentiating factors. For the how we help our patients, yes, we have found that there's a lot of things fighting for pocket share. So we have had collaborations with certain financial institutions so that we can assist you to plan towards having this procedure at our clinic. So if anybody is interested in that, they're very free to visit our website or walk into our clinics to get more information.
Okay, just answer us. Please forgive me. What's that website?
Sorry, www.thebridgeclinic.com.
Okay,
thebridgeclinic.com.
Thank you so much. We've been talking IVF, assisted fertility, as some people will put it. And we've had Dr. Tayo Abiara, consultant gynecologist, the Bridge Clinic. Professor Nicholas Zek, TBC's partner from IVF Professor Zek Center in Austria.
Thank you for having me.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
And Dr. Dayo Mogbe, commercial director of the Bridge Clinic. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having us.
We're not done here. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.